I saw a mild flame sharing lunch in the park.
In the park.
He was firing up the grill. Oh, she gave me such a spark.
Just
Such a spark, but alas, I had no answer to her protest of my clothes.
close.
Said they were grotesque, and she punched me in the nose, seduced and abandoned,
Abandoned.
and punched in the nose,
Nose.
seduced and abandoned.
Abandoned.
Sometimes that's how it goes.
How it goes.
Well, I saw her last Tuesday.
Tuesday.
See me. I ran away like a racehorse,
Racehorse.
quick as can be.
Be
Texted her friend
friend.
who was hanging out down at the deli.
Mm-hmm.
Came out as I ran by.
By
Knocked me in the belly.
belly.
He an old friend.
Friend.
A grilling in the park.
Bark.
You better get out of there.
There.
But come back after dark.
After dark. After dark.
After dark.
Through. Thank you very much. I was thinking, Robert, maybe I'll just pitch a tent out here.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I don't want you to start calling me homeless because,
Oh,
we all belong to the earth, don't we?
we do. A tent is a home.
It is.
I lived in a tent for 3 months in Colorado. Uh,
You did?
yeah. Oh,
Well, you never
yeah.
told me about that. So so you went out, you followed Beverly out to Colorado. I remember that part.
Right, right. Beverly, I met, yeah. And then,
You became a hardcore numismatic. I know that. I remember that part.
yeah, numismatism. I mean, people don't realize
Yeah, you got the coins, leftover coins to prove it.
it's a quicksand. You start collecting and then,
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But you
Just
hung
more of the stamps, so it just was not, not much we could do.
Yeah, no, no, and
Yeah, stamps, man. No, that was a pyramid scheme, huh?
oh yeah. Well, you know what? Women basically are just a trap.
Mm,
I think.
yeah, I mean, she would do these grills and the barbecues, and she was such a master of the grill.
Yeah,
Trying to use the, neutral word. She was, yep.
yeah. Well, so you spent some time in a tent then. So this must have been after she kicked you out.
Not really, man. I just wanted to get off on my own, and there was this group of numismatists. They were going to like leave civilization behind. What we're going to do is we buried our coins
Hmm.
various places in the park in Colorado,
Sure.
over on the west side. It was in the Rockies. It was, yeah, they call it the California Basin for some reason. I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah.
We were trying to break ourselves of the habit, the coins, and just, you know, go out back to nature. That we had no money, if we wanted something from each other, we'd have to trade, have to barter.
Nice. Well,
But yeah, we're all suffering various degrees of brokenheartedness,
yeah.
fed upness, and just various nesses. And
It's tough to be living in the park in Denver because the weather can change like in a heartbeat.
absolutely. Oh man. I mean, the times the thing blew away and I had to go chase it or yeah, you had to tether that. I mean, those, yeah,
Yeah. Now
pleasant storms, man. Yeah.
that's an
Beverly
image right
came
there.
out though. Beverly came out. She found out where I was. She came out. She brought her stamp collection. She didn't know how crazy the weather was. And that very night, I mean, she was staying in my tent, and then you build up this condensation, and then the storm came in and came in, and it soaked her stamp collection. Came worthless.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Now
that must have been it, huh? That's what
that
that
was it.
was
Now
you.
you would think, in the spirit of us guys camping with the getting away from the coins, the capitalist system, she would have thanked me for breaking her from that. I mean, it was her choice to come out, right?
Yeah, but sounds
Tracked me down. She tracked me down. She went to Ned's cousin Andy, and then Andy's, ex-barber Fred, and then asked her all over town. It's only about 18 people in town, but they found out where I'd gone because she went to the outfitter's store and they found out that I'd bought the tent. And I asked the clerk all kinds of questions about camping and the region I was going. So he was this, expert, and he told me all about the California basin in Colorado, and you know, and so of course when she got a hold of him, and he has a phenomenal memory, so he remembered that that's where I was headed.
wow, like she really intellectually wanted the lifestyle, but clearly still attached to her possessions.
Right, exactly.
But
I
you
mean,
weren't one of them. You weren't one of them. Her possessions.
wanted I wanted to be possessed. Yeah, I wanted to be enthralled. I wanted to be swept off my feet, and I was by the blizzard of '05. But yeah, I mean, you've had similar experiences, right?
Well, maybe not. I think maybe Marcia for me was almost as magnetic as Beverly was.
I remember Marcia.
Remember Marcia?
Yeah,
She was actually the you probably remember this. She was actually the inspiration for the Brady Bunch show.
really.
Yeah, they borrowed the character from her, and she but just larger than life.
Hmm.
Bit of a valley girl, San Fernando Valley.
Born and bred.
Just,
Yep, remember that.
just
I like to talk about it. She missed it.
yeah, just she used to sing that song all the time. That silly song. It's sort of like an elevator music song, or K slow or something. Um, and I just started feeling like one of her pets after a while. You know what I mean? Like a piece of property or something. It's just
Hmm.
she was magnanimous, but I was like, what was I? I was like a piece of, I was like a candy wrapper in her whirlwind.
Oh, I know. Well, she was, did kind of treat you like a pet. She was always telling you to get off the couch.
Yeah,
You know,
I don't belong on the couch. Yeah, that was.
right?
That
We've
seemed.
all had our unemployment periods. Yeah, I mean,
Well, I mean,
place.
we've been trying to work less and enjoy life more. I mean, you can't fault us for that. It's just smart.
Absolutely not. Nope. You only have one. You only live once.
Yeah, it seems that way.
As you work all the time.
Yeah, like who made up this model anyway? Where you get an old enough, you get old enough, and then you work all the time, and then you get too old, and then you have to stop working, and then you die. And maybe you go get to see I don't know, Amsterdam or something before you die.
Right, right.
I mean, I heard Amsterdam's kind of
Well,
cool.
you bring up a good point. I really got to renew my passport, but I mean, I need another adventure like the tent in Colorado. I
Yeah, you
did go
miss it, don't
back a change. Yeah, I went through a big change. I mean, of course, I couldn't find my coin collection. My map got soaked in the same storm
you? Yeah.
as her stamp collection, Beverly's stamp collection.
Well, coins though, they don't care about weather.
They're impervious.
Well, not
Maybe
complete.
I'll go back and look again. I mean, maybe something will jog my memory, you know. You think it'll be easy enough?
I'd probably just let it go.
Snows come and the snows melt, and then the landscape's changed, and yeah, I know.
I'd
Or
probably
if some out-of-work gold prospectors to just look for coin. Oh, I know. I need one of those things, those round things the guys walk around the beach
See,
with,
that's
you
the
know.
thing. You could become a detectorist, okay? So your new hobby,
Okay.
frankly, you overdid the coins a bit, you know, and you sort of had numismia, right?
Yeah.
You should switch all that, let it go, switch to being a detectorist. It's a lifestyle unto itself.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. I mean, just the percentage of people who are missing their keys at any moment, you know, is huge. Call the detectorists.
Yeah. Well, if you
He's
want to
got
turn
the
it,
Yeah, he's got the round thing on the stick that looks for metal.
well, I think you'll probably have to, there's a lot of metal detectors out there these days, so you're probably gonna have to learn the lingo and get the right one, you know, because I think it makes a difference.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you don't want to be like working super hard, you know, and getting like a
Well,
70.
no. Look, I don't want to get cheap ones. I'm gonna be walking over the same amount of territory and not getting the,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I need to test it.
You want to be able to,
Bury some coins and test it before I know.
yeah,
Yeah.
if you go over Jimmy Hoffa's ring, you're going to want to be able to detect that sucker. Dig
Yeah,
that
that would be big time. Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I know you love old coins, but I think it's sunk, and you're not a diver.
I really thought she knew something about Jimmy Hoffa.
What you think Beverly did?
She told me she had this theory, but yeah, she didn't want to say anything. She was too scared. Some of her family, I don't know what kind of connections they had. She
That
took her
is
real.
that is so interesting. I would love to be a fly on the wall in that conversation. Cut to Beverly with a family member. Oh, Dad, I love it when you talk about Jimmy Hoffa.
Well, Bev, he was a heck of a guy, and I knew him really well. And it's just that, I can't really say much more about whatever became of him.
So you there when he died,
Yeah.
and you
Well,
actually, I know, listen, you can be honest with me, Paul. I know that you probably had to help bury him because otherwise you would have been killed yourself.
I had to drive the getaway hearse. Yeah.
You
It
drove the
was
horse.
carefully disguised as an ice cream truck. Yeah.
Mm.
Which worked because it kept the body cool too.
Well, somebody was acting brilliantly in there. Was that?
Yeah. So that I drove it, but then you know, they 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 said pull over on the street. Another ice cream truck came by, and they took the body and drove away. So that's all I know.
You just handed it off to another truck.
Yeah, so they wanted me to be, take the rap maybe because I was driving there at the scene.
So it's one of those where, you know, uh, Laredo was your supervisor. Is that right? Your next higher up.
Laredo. Yeah, Larry Laredo.
That organization was so smart. Like nobody knew enough to get into trouble. Nobody knew too much.
They
Not,
knew, no, that was the secret. Don't know. Yep.
that is,
Maintain your safe level of ignorance.
well,
Nobody knew all the sum of the parts. Nobody even knew the parts.
now here's my theory.
Okay.
No, you know those Indian burial mounds?
Yeah. Yeah, we have one in the backyard.
Right. We happen to have one. I mean, they're around everywhere
Part
now.
of this territory. Yep.
Um, no one's going to go peeking around in there, right? It's like going into a catacomb. It just gives you the
No,
EBGBs.
they wouldn't do it, and it's not allowed. Yep.
It'd be the perfect place to drive up an ice cream truck, back it
hmm
up, beep, 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 and
hmm
dump a body.
My theory is that they use the other ice cream truck to because my ice cream truck had the beep 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 working, and the other one when it pulled over, it backed up and it didn't beep beep beep.
Oh, so that one was like a,
So it's all very carefully done, you know. They're just I was giving myself away at every turn, every parallel park. I had to make a few stops on the way,
yeah,
but
you're probably the most honest um, mobster that's ever lived.
well, yeah, emphasis on lived because it's a fine line.
And and in all your days, you never had to or kill a single person or cut up a single body.
No, no, and they only roped me into that because anyway, um, that getaway job because they knew I wouldn't talk.
Oh yeah, you.
Can't really talk. Uh,
Yeah, well, I think I actually might know the Indian burial mound that it might be in.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the biggest one because the
Hmm.
more places to hide in.
Boy, well, I know the one well, the biggest one in the state. It's
Yeah, it's just past.
out on Highway 42 past the Clam Shack.
Mhm.
Yeah, that one. It
Yeah.
gets, it's the biggest, so it gets a lot of tourists, a lot of traffic.
Well, they walk around it, right?
Right.
There's the rope, and they walk around it. Nobody goes in there. It's you can't go into a Native American burial ground without some serious retribution,
Hmm. Serious permission from the tribe. Yep. And
and that
it has to
take.
be a pretty good reason. Well, maybe if we said, oh heck, they wouldn't
No,
believe
no,
us.
no. Pop, I'm not going to go getting you into trouble. Okay, I'm going to wait until you die. Okay,
Okay, leave me out of it. After that, you can tell the world whatever you know.
and then I'm going to go snooping around
Yeah.
Harrisburg at the burial mound.
Yeah. He did wear all he did have a lot of he liked to wear a lot of big rings on his, big thick rings on his hand. Maybe it could be a detectorist. Oh,
Interesting. I
yeah,
could.
detector.
Hmm. So when you die, I can become a detectorist. You know what? Maybe I'll sell part of my stamp collection, um, and get a really nice metal detector that would help in a catacomb type situation, wouldn't it?
I think it would. And I would sell those stamps before they lose more value, it's sort of like a big fad turned out. Pyramid scheme
Well,
is going to be more valuable, but people lost interest.
well, it's ironic that the ones that have maintained their value are the pyramid ones.
That's right. With a
Uh,
literal pyramid on
yeah,
them. Yep.
and the ones with the eye on top.
I
You know,
know, and it's funny how many cultures that turns up in, not
yeah,
just ours.
it's
Not
very,
that mysterious pyramid with the eye on it. Yeah.
very odd. Yeah,
Never like that. I mean, I guess the shape is kind of a cosmically
there's something
resonant,
about there's something about the all-seeing eye.
but the eye, it seems like surveillance. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something.
Boy, that makes me more spooked about the Indian burial mound, though. It
Yeah.
is feeling like, what if the spirits are in there with an eye, the watching for, but then they would have seen the guys burying Jimmy Hoffa. So we go off the hook. I'm off the hook.
Well, spirits are notoriously unreliable, but you know what? I am getting a little bit of the EBGBs as well, Pop. So why don't we cool this convo for now? And
Yeah.
I don't say anything, but I'll be sleeping tonight in the park with a friend of.
Really?
Yeah.
With a
So
friend of yours.
yeah, I won't be back for dinner tonight. So
Okay.
you're on your own. Your favorite Campbell's condensed soups are in that middle cupboard.
That sounds nice. But this friend had invited you to The park, is that like, is it going, you're going to be safe there, aren't you?
Well,
Are you in a tent that's properly staked down in case the winds come up?
I'm not sure about that, but there's lots of his friends around that are all. It's kind of a '60s reenactment thing from how I
Okay.
understand it, where they're just kind of dropping out for a couple
Yeah.
weeks or something, and
Okay. So yeah, camp out in a tent, feel like you're at Woodstock or something.
yeah, yeah,
Got it.
yeah.
Now, this isn't just because you're going to go to Colorado and look for that guy, is it? You're getting prepped up for camping? Is that the idea?
Um, let's talk about that later, shall we?
Okay.
Cut to the
Well,
cut to 2 a.m. in the park. Robert, it's starting to get a little windy out there.
oh yeah. Well, you hunker down.
Oh, wait, hunker down. What are you?
I mean, better. Yeah. Well, are you chickening out?
Well, it's just that I brought my entire stamp collection because I just really wanted to share my most valuable thing with you this evening.
Oh man, no, Beverly. No, it's a bad idea to go camping with stamps.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
they're
no.
all,
We should
they're,
just show them to people when we're in town.
oh well, they're all in little wax pouches, wax paper pouches.
Okay. Well, better put a tarp over them then, just in case.
Okay, well, pass me the.
Fact. Yeah, what you want to do is put a tarp over. You want to lay down over them if the rain starts coming in the tent, whatever. Just lay on them so they don't blow away.
Okay,
I
well,
would do it, but I'm a little restless and I'm going to just walk around the periphery a little, just check on things. But
what? What do you? Can you check that the tent is secure and all that before you go? Like,
oh, I'll do that. Yeah, yeah. Let me go. Just
and where's the tarp?
uh, the tarp's right over here.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, well, you don't have to unfold the whole thing. Just lay it down over the stamps, and then when the wind comes up,
Wait a minute. This doesn't look like a tarp, Robert. This looks like it should be the bottom of the tent.
oh, darn, that was the bottom of the tent.
Cut to an hour later. Robert, my stamps, my stamps. Cut to the original conversation. Yeah, that story. And it's better every time you tell it.
Yeah. Hmm. Um, boy, yeah. Jimmy Hoffa mystery, though. Yeah, well, no, it's not
Oh,
on
man.
that road. Very, yeah.
Wait a minute. Part of that story you told, you said that Beverly might actually end up a detector as well, which is
Thought you might take it up. Yeah.
weird. I wonder if you guys really are soulmates. But it was just the wrong time.
Could have been the wrong time. Yeah. I mean, well, she was going to do it after her dad died, but her dad just ran a half marathon. I don't think he's going to drop dead anytime soon.
Oh, really? Oh, you even
As
keep
far as
you.
I'm concerned, yeah. I think she just wants to delay the decision.
Oh,
Yeah.
you always did keep pretty close tabs on your exes.
Yeah, well, I did, but I know you're still in touch with Marcia. And
Well, yeah, that's me though. Man, I am hopelessly sentimental and codependent. Um, can I get some more peanuts over here, please? Thank you. Yeah. Boy, they say that bar peanuts have more bacteria than a dog's mouth. So, but you know what? I figure, there's so much salt on there, but maybe they're killing like,
there's a salt on there, and like you're having a
Some alcohol also.
beer, alcohol. So that's, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, don't they? Oh man, you should ask her. Make sure they're fresh peanuts out of the. I mean, they haven't been sitting around roped by dozens of customers. And oh, you don't care. You're a daredevil.
Yeah, I've never had a fresh peanut in a bar, so I'm not gonna start worrying about it now.
You haven't keeled over yet, so I'll try some too.
Yeah, no one's died yet. Oddly,
Yeah.
I think it's the alcohol that kind of balances everything out or something.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Of course, this bar does advertise clean peanuts.
oh, that'd be yeah. I don't think bar goers.
Peanuts, lots of alcohol. Lots of salt.
I don't think
So yeah, no one's died yet. No.
that's a funny bar. Maybe that bar would be good for like Gen Z or somebody, like the cleanest peanuts in town. You know what I mean?
Oh, come along. Yep. I'll go for that. Mm-hmm.
Cut to the death of Beverly's father. Oh, they, he
Yeah.
looks he looks so peaceful, Pastor Tom.
I think he was peaceful when he went, Beverly.
You know,
Um, you know,
he was really looking forward to doing that half marathon.
I know he was training and I thought he was a go, but then, yeah, his heart just gave out, but he was doing what he loved. He was training.
Mm.
In fact, I did when I found him and, running past the church and keeling over. I
Yeah.
went out and comforted him, and he seemed at peace with the world. He said,
Is that a message or what? Like he literally dropped dead right in front of your
front
doors.
of the church, yes. And
Yeah.
then he said, I
God take me.
I can just go peacefully now because I know Beverly will do what she wants in life. And she has not learned anything incriminating that could get her in trouble from me. I never spoke
Right.
of
No, no.
truck regatta that they had.
No, no. Pop was as smart as Laredo, his man up. Um,
Yep. Yeah,
Pop
he was.
never told me any. In fact, I don't believe half of his stories. He said he never hurt anyone ever, um, and he's
Like,
either he's either super honest
I
or
guess. Yeah.
a great liar.
I'm sure they all say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I hear some things in the confession booth that I'm not at liberty to say, but
Oh, no, wait.
no,
Now,
nothing from your dad.
nothing from my
But
dad.
you go across town, the church where nobody knows him.
Sure, yeah. He loved Priest McConaughey, he'd mentioned once.
Mm-hmm. Connie, they really hit it off. Yeah.
But he died in front of your doors, and that says a lot.
It says a lot unless it's random.
Oh,
You
no, I don't believe in
like,
random. I don't
okay.
believe in random.
You did like that route.
Now,
Route. It's a more scenic church.
did he tell you anything about any hidden money or anything? Because the thing is, I lost my coin collection in a freak accident, a Denver storm, and I need some money to start my new career.
Yes. Discover that, what is that? Yeah, this you have the technical term for it.
Um,
Discover, disclose, debunking, walking around with the brown thing on the stick.
well, I'm going to become a detective. So he mentioned that, did he?
Chris, thank you. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that word, yeah.
I want to become a detectorist, but I want the best top of the line metal detector that is available in the world. And I think they run about 3 grand.
That's about right. My cousin Clancy sells them, but he could probably uh, give you a discount. That's
Ooh.
your cousin Clancy. Uh, yeah, yeah, sweet lady. This one can detect a nickel from 20 feet underground. Very powerful.
And how much is this
But
one?
Well, they go for 3,000, but for you, Father McCon, the pastor said great things about you and wanted to get you started in this career. So, yeah, why don't I, what? It's kind of a test model anyway. Why don't I give it to you and you go out and see what you can find and you just cut me a percentage?
Are you kidding me?
Not too many, we can't move them because not that many people going into detectorism.
I love you. I love you. So, oh, it's a new model. That's what the B is for, huh? The Halcyon 9000B. It's a beta model or something.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Data model.
But you think it's really good.
I think it's really good.
I will take you up on that deal.
Hey,
And listen, I'm guaranteeing practically Jimmy Hoffa's ring.
no way.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll split it with you.
Mm. I've heard people talk about that Indian burial mound.
Oh,
You didn't
wait,
hear,
Pop's been blabbing to you?
well, he was kind of
Through Father Tom,
he was sleeping on the couch one night. He was sort of talking in his sleep. I don't know if there's anything to it.
Oh.
Um,
Wait. Pastor Tom was or my father was?
Pastor Tom.
Oh yeah. So, because
Yeah.
I don't think you ever met my father directly.
No.
Um, Interesting. So my dad was apparently a bit of a blabbermouth, and so was Pastor Tom.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Town.
don't be blabbing this around because I need to be the first one there.
Hey,
All right.
go ahead.
Take it with whatever it needs. If it needs a spare battery, if it needs, give me everything you got. I want the forks,
Yeah, there's some spares and
spoons, and the knives.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, self-defense.
Well, no, for digging things up.
Big things. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. So sure. Yeah.
And how about that cool tool belt over there? Is that good for?
Belt, yeah, and this is the three-in-one spade. It's a spade and it's a shovel and it's a trowel. Uh,
Yeah.
Depends on it's the same thing, but it, turns different colors.
Perfect. Perfect.
So it'd be quite the figure.
Cut
Yeah.
to Beverly and Robert running into each other at Indian burial mound. Beep, 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 beep. I think I've got. Wait, Robert?
Beverly,
What are you doing here?
what are you doing here? Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm following my life's dream, after my father died. But you seem shocked.
Well, I am shocked. I was sleeping on the pastor's couch and he was mumbling in his sleep and he said something about the burial mound.
That's
And
interesting. Is there a couch that the pastor doesn't sleep on?
he has a whole room full of couches. He's very takes in people and off the street, even if they're just walking down the street. You know,
Wait, he does or they do for him?
and well, yeah, well, that's to tell. These gets lonesome.
Sure. No, he's
But yeah, no, I was just trying to get some practice in for when I go to Colorado and look for those coins. Yeah.
just how did you get the idea to come to this burial mound?
Well, it's a terrible idea, come to think of it, because you're not allowed to dig anything up, even if you hear something. I wanted to test this thing out.
Well,
Yeah, maybe we should join forces.
well, actually, you're not going to believe this, but I do have permission to dig things up.
Really,
I spoke with the tribal elders
really.
last Tuesday.
Oh,
Yeah. Um,
great.
they want. I made up this amazing story.
Mhm.
I basically told a story that my father would tell, and they bought it. And they want Jimmy Hoffa out of their burial mound.
Hmm.
So I'm free to dig, like spoon-sized holes, to see if I can
Yeah,
find him.
That's fantastic. Well, I don't blame them for wanting to, yeah.
They probably don't realize though that I have the Halcyon 9000B. They probably don't realize I have a 20-foot long spoon.
Right, because that will detect things 20 feet.
Yes, you're right.
Realize they don't really think he'll get away with it. Oh, good.
And it has a little corkscrew action where you just cork it, like kind of screw it down into the earth until you hit
You think
pay.
there's a yeah, you think there's a reward for this or ring or finding Hoffa or just a contract on you?
Well, the ring is going to be extremely valuable. What do you mean?
Yeah, that's
What
for
do you mean
sure.
contract on me?
Well, they're going to be happy to have the body turned up. I don't know. Yeah, I think we should do it anyway.
I think maybe those. It's a good point. I'm hoping all those guys are dead. Like we're past them putting a hit on me for finding Jim.
Right, who would still be, yes, exactly. Mostly, yeah, pretty much. Someone's holding a grudge.
Interesting.
But yeah, no, we should just go for it. What are they going to do?
Anyway, I've hit something, and
Yeah.
I think I'll just pull my innocent routine. Like the time I met you,
Uh-huh.
the ice cream shop,
Oh, yeah.
and then a whole story about me being a virgin and all that. I get my gift from my father. Just quite good at
Yeah.
stories.
And actually, we wouldn't have met if that ice cream truck hadn't had a malfunctioning backup beeper, you know. And it backed into me, and then I fell on top of you, and then it said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And you said, "Oh, no, it was kind of nice, actually." And then we got talking, you know.
And
Got
that's when I threw in
excited.
the virgin. That's when I threw in the virgin joke.
Yeah,
Yeah, that ice cream tasted a little bit funny that day, didn't it? As well.
you're right.
Oh, I've got
One of them fell out, and I tried it, but what do you got there?
beep 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 beep. I'm definitely reading 18 karat gold. That's got to be Jimmy Hoffa's ring, don't you think?
That thing is amazing. It tells you the element and the
Yeah, no, once you dig the hole, once you have like a 2-inch hole down
yeah,
the object,
man. I thought they just beep. Look at that. There's like, yeah, gold. I mean,
tell you what kind of metal it is.
brass, iron.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If it says aluminum, it's so beautiful because if it says aluminum, you just keep walking.
that's right. Yeah.
Tin.
Oh man, you could find some valuable Civil War stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Are
are
you
you
gonna go down
inviting
there?
me to Gettysburg?
Oh no, I don't want to get sidetracked. Why don't you try to get that ring out of there?
Okay, well, I'm gonna need a little help with this.
All right.
I've got um, I've got a confirmation on that it's probably a gold ring. I mean, it is a gold ring. Gold. It's
Hmm.
probably a gold ring.
Yeah.
And what else would it be in an Indian burial mound? Yes,
Yeah, they'll bury stuff like that.
right. So, um, when you help me there, grab your little shovel. Let's do this. I cut to an hour and a half later. Well,
Well,
that is a large skeleton,
yep.
and that the remains of a pinstripe suit, I believe.
Yeah. And yeah, he was about 5'10", wasn't he? Yeah.
5'10", but large, like really large rib cage.
Yeah.
Um,
And the large rib cage, they've been broken so many times that they came back thicker and stronger.
that's what that is.
Yeah, but is there a ring? That's the question. You see it?
You know
Is
what,
that what you-
Robert? Now that I found the treasure of a lifetime, I just want to say that I forgive you for being so careless in the park and losing all of my stamps.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean, I never felt like it was my fault because you brought them to the park, but I realized you were just trying to make an impression and you were just trying to, yeah. Because I was always so skeptical. Like, I don't believe you have this. I don't believe you have that. No, you wanted to show me in the park. And, they didn't have weather apps like you have now, where you have better warnings about things. I mean,
Right.
yeah.
I
Chance, life's a chance. Take a chance, right? And you
Right.
dig, yeah, you look for you. We're all detectorists, you know.
We're all detectors.
We're
That
all
wind was so
detective.
strong.
Most of us don't have a $3,000 device with an illuminated display of what kind of, metal you're bringing up.
Well, speaking of which, I can't split this find with you because I already promised the guy that loaned me the metal detector. I probably
Oh yeah,
shouldn't have been
Clancy.
so
Yeah,
generous.
Clancy told me. Yeah, well, he was talking in his sleep, but I think you said, yeah, he gave it to you to see what you could come up with. Well, that's the honest thing to do. That's all right. I mean, I'm just thrilled to be here at this amazing discovery, but we could sell our story in the paper. Maybe we could split that.
That's a good idea. Clancy, what was Clancy doing? Sleeping on your couch?
Yeah, you sleeping on the couch. Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
I'm just been hearing a lot of couch stories lately.
mhm.
Kind of making me sleepy.
Yeah, me too.
What
We'll
do
go
you
to,
what do you say we get one of the tribal um, security guards to wash this skeleton? I'm gonna take the ring.
take the ring, definitely. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. The bone
Yeah.
came right apart. Hmm.
Well, you know.
And then how about you and I just skip the park this time and grab that little motel that is over there on the corner?
I was just gonna say, the Windy Park Motel. It's a beautiful place. Be
Beautiful.
nice right now. Yep. You won't have to sleep on a couch unless you want to. They have that too.
Do they have couches there?
They have couches, they have hammocks, they have all kinds of things.
You know, I'd love you to sleep on the couch for a couple of reasons. Partly because I just want to hear you talking in your sleep.
It's a deal. All right. Hey, almost starting to make